Hey, welcome back to DuckHill Workshop. My name's Ben. Today, woo, it's party day. Well, at least one. I like getting things in the mail. And today I got something in the mail. So, I'm going to show you what it is. So it is, yes, an unboxing. It is a box in a box. From here you might be able to tell what it is. It's the Benchcrafted Moxon Vise. So a little bit of prehistory, reference, context is that I built my workbench more as an outfeed storage table. It doesn't have any vices, it doesn't have any clamping, holding, planing, stops, anything. And now that I'm getting more into hand tool work and wanting to do like more hand tool work and now more actual building, furniture assembly, things, whatever, I'm finding the need for a little bit versatile clamping solution. I don't have the setup to put in a tail vise and an end vise, or a tail vise and a leg vise, and it's not really set up to put a face vise on it either. And it is also, the bench is just a little bit low for me to be really comfortable. I would like to see it like 2 or 3 inches higher. So the solution is to build a Moxon vise. And I went through did a lot of research, saw the different ones, like do the DIY versions of make them out of pipe clamps, or find some kind of steal a threaded screw from something else and yeah, make your own, because essentially all it is a floating piece of wood that pinches your workpiece and clamps to your workbench. That's not hard, but I really like the hardware setup from Benchcrafted. And this isn't, full disclaimer, this isn't sponsored. I did pay for this. I wanted it. And I also like dealing with companies that are relatively local, and they're in Iowa. And I'm between Minnesota and Wisconsin. My wife is from Iowa. She'll give me a little bit of crap when she hears that I bought something out of Iowa and wanted it and didn't complain. Sorry to all you Iowa people. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. So, let's take a look at the actual hardware. I've already, it's not like an unboxing. I've already taken it out and kind of put it together. The kit itself is really simple. It's 2 big cast hand wheels, and then a really gorgeous threaded screw, and these 2 large nuts, and this giant, super thick washer. And when you put them together, when you build the Moxon vise, I believe I've got this right, I haven't looked at the instructions. Okay, you cut a rabbet, or a mortise, I guess, for this front nut in the back jaw, and then this one just gets clamped behind it, so that squeezes your back piece. That's what holds the screw to the vise, and then your front jaw floats in this open section between the hand wheel and the back jaw. And it's pretty interesting how it works. It essentially is just cam locking the workpiece in place. So you get one on either side, you tighten one down to the width or the thickness of the workpiece, and then the other one is still open, and it tightens in, and that's what applies the clamping pressure to your bench, or to your workpiece. So there'll be a how-to on how to assemble that. Right now I'm deciding whether or not to use some of the lumber that I have milled, and I also need to check and see if it's ready to use, or if I go out and buy something just so I can put this together and have a tool that I can use. The other part of this, because there will be another unboxing video coming shortly, we're going to do this one first, because I don't think the other package shows up until tomorrow. Just giddy with anticipation. But this will give away what's coming. The other thing that was in the box is this hunk of serrated metal. It is, these teeth are no joke. They're beefy and sharp. This is the Benchcrafted planing stop. So, and then it's subsequent hardware, 2 big machine screws and a barrel nut. And it's cut with a 45 degree in it, or well, maybe that's not 45, 30, maybe. so that you can actually recess this below. You can cut a little shallow mortise and recess this below the tabletop. Basically, you mount it to a really big square bench dog and cut that into your table. When you need to use it, you just tap it up, plane into it. When you don't need to use it, tap it back down, and it sits flush below the table. So I decided to get that. I'm a big fan of bench dogs, and I've used those in various applications for numerous years. When I was in college, I was a printmaking major, and so we used bench dogs a lot when we were doing engravings and like linoleum and woodcuts, or even sharpening. I use them a lot when I'm sharpening, all kinds of stuff. From there, I just like that. It's super simple. You throw the thing on the bench, and it mostly stays put. So instead of having to clamp and reclamp and between either a leg vise or a face vise, or even pinning things with dogs in a tail vise, if you're doing a lot of work and if it doesn't need to be held perfectly still all the time, it makes more sense to use a planing stop. And I did a lot of research before. I'm not just saying that because I really haven't done a lot of planing. Christopher Schwartz from Lost Art Press, his videos on planing and flattening stock really are what sold me on the idea of the planing stop. So we'll get that installed. Again, we'll do a how-to, and then once the planes show up, then we'll also show you how well it works. So there we go. Hope you had fun. And if you like this, if you want to stay involved in this conversation, see the Moxon Vise come to fruition, see the planing stop get installed, and see what the next unboxing holds, then go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and follow along. It'd be great to have you on the journey. So stay tuned until next time.